Hi, my name is Willie, and today we're going to be going over an upgrade I did to my engine control box. Now, I've had videos up of this thing before when I was working on my Vanguard for the engine transplant in my Craftsman. I'll be sure to put those videos in the description below of when I built this thing, or at least describe what I built. So this box can lock closed here. So let's open it up, see what we got. We got a lithium battery in here. Now, for the most part, I don't suggest lithium batteries because lead-acid batteries are cheap and they last a long time. They're not really bad for the environment. These things have heavy metals in them, and they're not exactly cheap. They don't have a better or a longer, or what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have a better milliamp hour rating on them, but they do kick out a lot of voltage and amperage for a short period of time. Now, I liked it for this application because lithium has a higher output voltage when it's sitting static. It also has a nice little battery here. It doesn't go dead when it sits over a long time, and it's lighter. So obviously being something that's going to be carried around by hand, I don't want a big heavy lead acid battery, and this thing could get thrown over on its side. So I want something that was going to be durable. So in here I have all my battery service equipment in here. I have my battery charger, which will do lithium and lead acid battery. Really do recommend getting one of those things. These things are nice. Here's my clip-on connections for that. It's even got a fuse in it, which is nice. Other stuff I have in here is my battery tester. I can hook that up to see what the voltage is at, see if they're charged or not. It'll also give me a somewhat of a reading on cranking amps for a lead acid battery. It won't tell me anything about cranking amps for a lithium battery. It's not meant for lithium, but it'll give me a start if I'm servicing the battery. I also have my alligator leads in here, so I can always hook them up to here if I wanted to and power something up. And I have these wires, so the positive I'd run to a starter and the negative I'd run to engine ground. And I have my adapters and keys and fuses in here. Right now I have a new adaptation for this piece of equipment. Not only can I control engines with this, I now convert it so I can actually have it as a jump box. So let me grab my key out of here. So hang on. Actually, I think I can just dump these out in here. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that's my positive and negative if I don't hook that up to something. And the green and red is my magneto ground and my charging system wire. And down here is a battery wire. This has a fuse in line right here. I can plug that battery charger into that plug to charge the battery on here. Okay? So let me grab my key. This is a regular run circuit here. If I turn the key to the run position, I have 12 volts. And I also hooked in a relay back here to backfeed the start circuit to the accessories, so I always have 12 volts run to the accessory even if I'm cranking. My start solenoid is over here, and there's an extra switch over here I'll get to in a minute. So I can crank it, and I'll get voltage to the wires here. Let me bring these wires up. Let me see if I can't click those together or not. I can't hold it at the same time. Actually, I'll just do it this way. Yeah, you can see I got voltage there. Okay, so that's one way I can do that. Now I hooked in a second circuit here. Start relay is down here. I have two sets of wires on each terminal. Okay, and two of those wires come over here to the switch. Here's a key for that. This switch is rated for 100 amps. Okay, so I can take the switch and put the key in here and crank that into the on position. Now this is getting battery voltage all the time. So if I want to hook this up as a jump box, I can run 100 amps, and I don't have heavy wire in here. I can run 100 amps to a car battery through here. But what I would do, being that this is higher voltage, voltage will flow from this to a lead acid battery, no problem. So I'll just hook these up, turn the switch on, wait a couple minutes for the electricity to flow, and it'll jump a battery for me. So I thought that was a really interesting second use for this. Now, second thoughts on the design is I should put this key either over here underneath the voltmeter or over here out of the way, so because this plug is in the way putting stuff in and out of here. But that's some of the stuff I've been up to. So just have wing nuts holding the wires on over here, so I can turn those in different directions if I wanted to. And it works. So that's the jumper cables. I'll put those in there. And these are the other two wires I would hook on over here. So, yeah, just basic wiring. Just adding two wires onto the solenoid instead of just one, and running those two wires up the switch. And the switch, when you turn it on, will bypass the solenoid, which was kind of neat. I thought I'd get a kick out of that. And this is where I'd run my wires in or out off the side of this thing. So I can run wires in here to plug into that. Well, you get the idea, but thought I'd find that interesting. Now, you guys are still following me. I got a shop update too. Let me get that out of the way. So, something I got new today. It's a cheaper set, but we're going to try it. Cheap set of crimp tools and some keys. That'll be nice to fool around with stuff. I'll see how this does or doesn't work. It has different interchangeable jaws for different size connectors. So we're going to give that a couple shots someday. So that's a nice tool to add to my collection. And the reason I got that is because I'm going to start getting serious with connectors. This is nice. Okay. Don't know what the exact count was on here. I'm going to say probably 5 or 10 each or something like that. Whatever. So I have everything from 1-pin connectors, 2, 3, 4. I don't think there's 5 in here. And we got, I'm sorry, you can't see me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 8, even 9-pin connectors, and these are all the spade connectors for it. Looks like the spacer came out. I don't care. But yeah, this will make wiring a little bit nicer. This will be good for my garden tractors. Another thing I have, let me go grab them, it's actually on the shelf. Hang on. Also got these. Now some of the overflow is in another container, but this is how much I could fit in here. And these are actually the waterproof connectors. So you have your pin, and you have your insulator, you have your male and your female end. So I can actually make waterproof connections in here. Obviously, before I would go putting the gasket on here, I would use some dielectric grease. Make sure water can't get through them or corrosion. But yeah, I'm going to tidy up a lot of wiring on this thing. Now, I had a video up a long time ago of the engine upgrade, I believe I called it. Vanguard upgrade or engine transplant. And I kind of didn't finish that up because I had a whole bunch of butt connectors on the wiring. So sometime this winter I'm going to bring that Craftsman in and we're going to rip all that wiring out and get rid of every single butt connector on there, and we'll put better connectors everywhere in there. So, hope you enjoyed that update. If you did, make sure you give me a thumbs up and have a good day.